Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of BibleJOY. My name is Chara, and today I'll be discussing a little bit about my experience when I went to Israel last year. I'm a history student and also a believer, and when I initially went, I thought that it would be a fun experience because, well, I'm a history student and I'm a believer. But little did I know that God would have such an incredible impact on my life when I went there. I learned about God's incredible love and the power that comes with it, but also about the significance of His restoration. I've often felt as a young person, but also just as a human being, that sometimes I fall so far from grace that I don't deserve to be saved. And as I was walking through the streets of Jerusalem, walking in Jesus' footsteps, I got to go to this incredible church that they believe is where Peter denied Jesus. And as we walked into the church, right in the front, it said restored in 19 something. And initially, it was just talking about the history of the church building itself, but in that moment, I experienced God say restoration. This was a place where Peter failed. He did one of the worst things someone could possibly do. He denied Jesus. After walking with Him, following Him, living alongside Jesus for 3 years, and he denied Jesus. And I often felt that sometimes in my life I failed Jesus. And He was telling me that this was a place where restoration would take place. And not only that, when we looked at the Word, a few chapters later, when Jesus comes back to life after Peter has repented, Jesus asks him 3 times, "Do you love me? Then follow me. Do you love me? Then take up my path, and if you love me." And Jesus restored that because Peter denied God 3 times. It was a moment where I experienced God saying that no matter how far you fall, I will love you because He died for you. It was something that really changed my life in the way and my perspective about God, because sometimes I think we fight and we work so hard to prove to God that we deserve to be saved, but there is nothing that we can do to deserve it. It is His love and His decision to adopt us into His family, and the fact that Jesus shed His blood for us. In that moment and during this time where I was experiencing restoration, I had the honor of walking around the old walls of Jerusalem. And as we were walking, we met the most incredible 2 young boys playing soccer. And little did we know that it was actually the Palestinian Arabic area. And as we started interacting with these boys, they could not speak English, but the first things that they asked us was Israel or Palestine. And we were all quite taken aback because that was not the reaction that we expected. And one of our incredible friends had a Holy Spirit moment, and he said, "Well, Ronaldo or Messi?" And these are these 2 incredible soccer players as these boys were playing soccer. And those boys understood in that moment that we did not see them any less than. We saw them and loved them because God sees Israel and Palestine and the Arabs as Ronaldo and Messi. They're both equal. Jesus loved us, and when He died, He did not just die for one group, He died for all. And I felt in that moment as well that there was restoration also in relationships. And we are ambassadors of reconciliation as well. And this entire trip just reminded me once again about the power of God's love, but also the significance of His restoration. And my challenge to you today is to really go and delve into that, because I experienced God in such an exciting way. I suddenly saw the Word come to life, and that is what made it special, because today I don't look at the Word in the same way. I don't look at the Bible stories about Peter who denied Jesus in the same way. Today I can say I have a living experience and understanding. The head knowledge became heart knowledge. And I really hope that as you guys delve into the Word and discover the joy of the Word, that it will move from head knowledge to heart knowledge.